Hello, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. We're on episode 16. We are out here talking in chat about buying watches and such and things because I am wearing the watch that I obtained on my birthday. It's pretty cool, pretty nice, pretty good. Because it's one of those, you found it in Jackbox Party Pack, you don't need to talk to play Blather Around, despite the name. Wasn't, because Blather Around was the one where you do the presentations, and yeah, I can kind of see how you would do it without talking. You kind of just draw on the image and do all that stuff, but talking does make it a bit more fun, at least in my opinion. You're thinking, oh, okay, fair. Oh, that's right, Blather Round is the one where you, I think I know which one Blather Round was. That's the one where you're given a word and you have to essentially describe it using, like, the prompts that it gives you. Which, yeah, you don't technically need to talk. Actually, if all, you could probably actually play it probably more, even almost better with not talking. But fair, that's true. It has a text-to-speech voice. Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, when I was playing it with my brother and his friends, I just used the text-to-speech voice to just roast Alex. It's pretty good.
All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind.
That's the AIDS.
A thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
Okay. What do we got? So, if I am not mistaken, the infestation is kicking up. So let's take a look at the group that we're dealing with at the moment. We could do a green mission. In the ruins there's a Necromancer Lord, which is someone we want to... Necromancer has high stun resist. So we want a Hellion at the very least. So we have our level 6 Hellion. Curtis, Danvers... Can't wait to play with some of the boys, which according to Discord you're a part of. The boys isn't implicative of gender or anything, it's just the boys as in the group of people that, are chill. I'd like to generally believe that everyone's pretty chill. You would only go on the Endless Harvest Expedition. Okay. So be it. Take Max. And Montacute, perhaps? Montacute doesn't really have any good way to attack the back. Unless Max moves forwards. But at that point... Oh no, it's not even personal friends specifically. Usually personal friends get the administrator role. It's just the boys as in, like, people who have who have come around to a lot of streams and stuff. Because if I'm not mistaken, the boys also has Crafter, who's there. Whereas in the Discord, the 2 people I actually know in person... Well, actually, the 3 people I know in person are all admins. Let's see. If we sort by level... Is there anyone I'm missing? I suppose Montacute. I can quickly check that if you give me a moment. Boop. Streaming, and we go into Nightbot. Log in. For some reason, every time I access Nightbot, I've got to log in and then authorize things. Top chatter, Yuri. Yep. The stats at the moment are a little bit low over the last couple days, but that's also because I haven't streamed for several days. But otherwise, yep, you're top of the board in that situation. Okay, Legend Vestal, Legend Hellion, Champion. Okay, so let's assign our trinkets. We've got a bit of room to work with. I think we're getting pretty good on deeds and portraits. But we do need a tad more. The Crusader's Orders, that's definitely good. Because what we can then theoretically do is we give the Legendary Bracer and his damage goes up. We give her the Heaven's Hellpin, because that's negative 25% stress, which is quite nice. Then we come in here and we give her the, where is it? The Head of Dismas. 20% stress, negative 25% stress. Fear of Unholy, so she's probably not going to have too much fun with this, but that's fine. We'll make it work. We get the Blight skill chance, because I think Blight is what we really want to go for with Max. Blight and Stun skill chance, ideally, are our two main things that we want to be looking for. But... ooh... the Bleed skill chance... Blight and Bleed. Oh! She does have a Bleed. What are some video game collaborations I want to have happen? At the moment, I've been playing Paper Mario. I would like to see Paper Mario and, like, something cool. The thing is, Paper Mario has a very stylized thing, so I'm not particularly too sure. Trying to think of, like, games that I've played recently. Ooh, Paper Legend of Zelda. I reckon that would be dope as fuck, not gonna lie. Bleed. Thing is, Bleed's kind of... actually, I would have to actually give the... or upgrade the Bleed skill, I guess. Okay, regardless, we'll come in here and stress down, healing up. That looks good. What about Dark Souls and Darkest Dungeon? I could kind of see that, but I think I'm a little bit scarred because we were playing D&D on Saturday, and Sam, who was the DM for that game, put in... what is it? I always forget their names. He put in a certain kind of boss, and one of them is able to, like, light his sword on fire, and they fully almost destroyed our entire party, so I think I'm a tad scarred at the moment regarding Dark Souls, but I presume it would be pretty good. 33. Oh, jeez. Don't suppose I can... I don't know, this to 1, 6 to 1. Alright, here we are. We've done it.
Every creature has a weakness.
Yes.
The wise hero trains for what he will face.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I just used all of our money. Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Nah, fully missed that. Let's not sell the Solar Crown. The Bleed Resist Charm. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Get rid of the Fortifying Garlic. Okay, let's specifically choose what we want. There are some wacky collabs out there. Have you seen Mortal Kombat? Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I played Mortal Kombat X, which then became XL. You are certified not gamer for that move. That's fine. I've already lost my gamer license many a time. 27 dodge. I'm gonna make the gamer move and do that, though. We need to get the healing as well. I'll get rid of the blood charm. Martyr's Seal. I'll keep the Martyr's Seal because I imagine that would go well with the Flagellant. That was really the only thing I wanted to do, as much as I would like to upgrade that stuff. Jeez, I gotta sell one more thing. I guess the Bright Tambourine I'll get rid of. So that way... wait. Yo, Minimo, how's it going? What's been happening? If I'm not mistaken, I also saw you have a Hero Academia image for Discord, which is hella fresh. I do believe, I think that was you, yeah. You got Airy. Very nice. I need to watch Season 4, though, at this point, because I'm a tad behind. But we are kidding up, because we are about to hopefully go and take on this Necromancer Lord, which chances are we are not going to do very well at. We're in the ruins. 1, 2, 3. Oh, jeez, we need to sell one more thing. Everyone's kitted up with items, so I can at least be sure that I'm not shooting myself in the foot too hard. Sun ring, solar crown. Oh, jeez, I hate being so low on money. Eldritch killing essence is good as well, though. Damn it, hell's hairpin. Okay, let's sell that. I'm just gonna, you know what? It's fine. It's done now. We'll take a stack of torches. Kenny, how's it going? We got the full crew in here today, apart from Arthur. What's been happening? Hope everyone's been good. Season 5 is coming out spring 2021. Hell yeah, I am super keen for it. There's some strange video game collaborations. Mario once collaborated with Eminem to stop Cthulhu from turning a restaurant to stone. Okay, I feel like I just had an aneurysm reading that, not gonna lie. Doing regular over here, hopefully everyone's doing regular or better tonight and today. Yeah, I can't complain. I at least have been writing out a report. Arashi, what's happening? How's it going? We got like the full crew in here tonight. Damn! What's been happening, everyone? But yeah, I've been writing out this massive report. We've got a report due tomorrow, and it's... how do I put it? It's like fucking... well, so the boys have been saying we want it to be about 60 pages. Yesterday it was about 8 pages long. Today it's 18 pages today, and I've been working on it almost alone. I say almost alone because there's one more guy who's been helping me with it. But yeah, I'm slowly getting through it. It's a bit of a bitch, but I'm getting there. But it's all about like random testing and testing of algorithms and stuff, and it's a massive pain. But oh well, it is what it is. Mario and Eminem fighting Cthulhu. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on there, to be honest. But it is what it is. Okay, so there's a wasting hero. So I don't want to risk having anyone in town die. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roll with what we've got. Let's take a shard dust. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Bomb Man also helped. Are you sure this isn't some kind of weird fever dream? Because it definitely sounds like it. But yeah, so this report, it's slowly getting there. Another person. Yes. Yes. It's a weird as hell comic. Fair. I mean, depends on where you found it, because if it might not be... is it canonical, is the question, I suppose? You like the character Bomb Man, but you don't think the three of them combined could be Cthulhu. Yeah, the whole Cthulhu thing is supposed to be like, you know, an eldritch god. It's official. Okay, jeez. I mean, I suppose... How long has big ol' lad been dead? The one who wrote all the Cthulhu stuff? I'm guessing a couple of years. Because, I mean... other things can use like the Cthulhu mythos, so I guess it's in free territory. The clock from Diddy Kong Racing also helped. Yeah, I don't even know about that. You know, your dreams tend to be quite odd when you have them as well. Fair. So get this right. I had this dream the other night. So we played D&D on Saturday, and I had a dream on the night before coming up into Saturday that turned out, so it was like an Inception dream where I thought I missed the D&D session, and I fully like woke up like 3 times in my dream, and each time I like checked my computer, it was like an hour late on D&D, and then it like got to an hour and a half late, and then like 2 hours late on D&D, and I was getting all edgy. I was like, holy shit, I'm late for D&D, the boys are going to be upset, all this sort of stuff. It was a weird dream. You've had some weird as hell dreams, most of them super fucking creepy. Yeah, Lovecraft. Yeah, let's just say I can't particularly say the name of his cat on Twitch. There's a reason for that. But no, he died alone. I think he starved to death, didn't he? And we've got a Bone Sergeant, a cultist champion, a cultist witch, and a bone sharpshooter. Fantastic. Let's go for a blight, I reckon. One dream, all children had a shared dream space. However, death in the dream would effectively... Dream world effectively kills your dream, and the youths would constantly go around to steal dreams from each other. Which is why some people seem so talented, have all the luck, and dreams come true. Whereas just so many fall to the wayside, their dreams crushed IRL. Huh. I'm guessing this was one of his stories, because I do have this big book of the Cthulhu, or like a bunch of stuff from H.P. Lovecraft, but I don't know too much about it. It's one of those things where I'm like, I will eventually read this. Oh, it's one of your dreams. Okay, fair. I'll tell you what, that feels like the basis of a book. Like, that sounds like you could straight up write that into like a really dope book, I imagine. Fair. Yeah. To be fair, I can't particularly say any of my dreams are necessarily that interesting, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. And hell yeah on the crit, that's what I like to see. Okay, another bit of interesting news. We might get some face cam stuff happening sometime soon. I ordered a camera. I was expecting it to turn up today, but it did not. Instead, I'm going to guess we got it tomorrow. I've got like a full ring light set up and everything. And hopefully by tomorrow I'll have submitted all of my assignment stuff, so it should be awesome. We are going to go for a stun on you. And they resist. You remember this one dream you had? You were in your living room, you heard a creak. You suddenly looked out the window to find a woman slowly hanging from your tree in the front garden. She runs at you very quickly while screaming. That sounds concerning. I'm not really one to put meaning to dreams, but are you okay? Do you need assistance? You don't even remember half of your dreams? Fair. Yeah, I think isn't it a common thing, like, after a couple of hours, you just completely forget your dreams that aren't really, or at least the ones that you don't actively try to remember, I guess. Ooh, that stress is kicking up pretty quick. You have an A&P exam tomorrow. That's nightmare enough. Fair. I don't know what A&P means, but I'll take your word for it. Also, A&P, I'm guessing that's something to do with the uni stuff. The one dream you vividly remember because it's happened so often. You try and write them down when you have them. Need some sage. Does sage help with dreams? At least with nightmares, I presume. I don't really know much of this sort of stuff. I'm not too spiritual when it comes to all that sort of stuff. Most of my knowledge is just like stuff that I have I've googled for the sake of writing an interesting D&D story. You're going to quarrel in the Vestal. Okay, so all of a sudden our man's here has a ton of stress. Jeez, okay, he needs some healing. Does he need a hug, or does she need a hug, rather? I presume the answer's probably yes, but I don't particularly know. Oh, jeez. Anatomy and physiology. Oh, okay, that sounds pretty awesome. Then there's the dream you slightly remember, at least an aspect of it. When you were around 5 or 6 or so, a long ass time ago, you're sitting in your bed and you just hear whispers. They get louder and louder, and that's all you remember. That's a tad concerning. I can't particularly say I have any justification onto anything really about that, but I'll take your word for it. Most of my dreams don't tend to be too bad. Anytime that they're bad dreams, it's usually like, yes, all of the people around me are dying. Great, gotta love it. There's one dream. Okay, fair enough. That occasionally does happen, I suppose. Okay, let's do a group heal and get everyone back up, hopefully to max health. Vestal's doing alright. Now, Crusader's not having the best of times at the moment. Let's bring you forward, and it doesn't do anything. You think your most creepy dream is all of your teeth falling out. I've only ever had that once, and it was actually relatively recent. It would have been a couple of weeks ago. And I remember, when I woke up in the morning, I was like, what the fuck? what? Check my mouth. Yeah, no, I still have my teeth. That's weird, but Yeah, because I always hear like the teeth falling out one is common, but I've only ever actually had it once. You also had a dream where pyrocynical. Ah, fair. I mean, I don't know how to justify that. I'm not really particularly too much of one to subscribe to the idea of being able to predict things, but I suppose at the same time there is a level of being able to deal or being able to see or predict subconscious things. I guess. What's up with our dreams? Yeah, I have no idea. Not gonna lie. You dreamed you were the Inquisitor in Dragon Age 3 and you kept dying by Solus and Varric. Fair. I mean, I hear, doesn't Solus, isn't he supposed to betray the party or something? I know, one of the people I talked to was like, oh yeah, Solus, don't trust him. And I'm like, I don't, inherently, just because, well, I don't spend as much time dealing with him as everyone else, but yeah. I don't know, spoilers for Inquisition, I guess. You had a dream where, okay, whatever works, I guess. Okay, get the Hellion Helion, as opposed to Helium, which is definitely a different thing. We got a bit of loot, that's not bad. Jeez, Montecute's not having a fun time here. The bad guy. Oh, fair. Okay, I'm just going to nod and... Okay, you're fair. I'll take your word for it. Okay, and I just completely forgot to use my key there. Damn it. You can tell I'm on top of my game today, so it is what it is, I guess. Okay, we started there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Interesting. So, there's no way that I can predict exactly where this boss is going to be. You're not really religious or spiritual. Some people will pick up hyper acute details, sometimes on subconscious level. That's why they get bad vibes for that. Realizing it. Yeah, exactly. It's like the gut feeling sort of thing. Much like our brain can separate out patterns for things that are bad for us, such as spiders and snakes. Yeah, exactly. A lot of the stuff, it's sort of ingrained into your like subconscious psychology. I at least personally find. But I do enjoy studying all that sort of stuff. It's kind of cool. Fair, Yuri. I don't really know what to say about that, but sure. Whatever works, I guess. We'll go for a stun and hopefully bring her up front. Yep, there you go. And then we'll take this turn to hopefully stun you as well. Nope. Okay, well, we brought the light back up, which is nice. We'll go for a bleed. 24, hopefully proc the bleed. Nope. That's not the best luck, but that's fine. It's great to learn stuff, makes for much better stories. Oh, definitely as well. Like, it's sort of... I suppose that's almost why you could justify wisdom as a D&D stat being used to, be the insight ability. So being able to tell if people are lying, because you can just, subtly, and a lot of the time probably also subconsciously pick up on a lot of the bad vibes about someone. Which, I mean, if you think about it that way, then that gives plenty of different ways of describing, how that particularly works. And yet again, I'm just going to proceed to not respond to that, Yuri. Okay, ooh, a nice crit on our man's here. Very fresh. Okay, now let's try and... What do we got for our base? 120 base. Plus a couple of things. Well, let's just hopefully get that stun off and... Nope, resist, but at least we're moving forward. That's fine. Okay. Probably none of them. So, in other news, I've been working on this report, right? And Squidward. I mean, have you seen that one image of what is it, sexy Squidward, where he's got the chiseled jawline and stuff? At the end of the day, it's really whatever works, but I guess whatever works. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to nod and continue to decide what attack I want to use here, I guess. Let's just use Disorienting Blast and hope to stack up some Blight. So he's going to take 10 damage a turn, which means he's going to be gone next turn anyways. Okay, Horror. We need to pop a torch. Yes. But yes, so as I was saying, we were playing D&D actually the other day, and as I was noting at the start of the stream before everyone jumped in, so the DM took a bit of inspiration from Dark Souls specifically. I believe they're called Abyss Watchers, and we had the four level 5s of us going up against 4 Abyss Watchers, and needless to say, at any there was, from the start of the battle, every round at least one of us was down, which was not good given that our healer used his last heal on me to bring me to 16 health to be able to finish off both of the enemies. And nice old big chop on that guy. Prodigious size alone. I feel like prodigious size alone is an interesting way to summarize what's happening in chat at this exact moment. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's whatever works. I'm just hoping that no one's made uncomfortable by the chat. I know a while ago someone, so I can't remember who it was, but someone swung by and they were like, "Oh, I was a tad uncomfortable, sorry, but it is what it is." And I was like, "Understandable, sorry, it is what it is." I'm pretty sure that Yuri's trying to make me laugh, to be fair, but yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's whatever works. I'm not too stressed either way, as long as everyone's having a good time. I mean, it's chill. That. Okay, for bloody damn it, Curtis. Jesus. Thanks. I'll take it. I'm usually not too particularly confident regarding the whole sound of the voice thing, but that's just doing the whole getting used to it over time of editing and such. Yuri, why does that remind me of that one image of fucking Montague, damn it, that one image of which of the Alvin and the Chipmunks, and it's which of them is receiving the best head. I'm pretty sure that was a meme a while ago. And fair. Okay, so we've already got one of our boys who is not doing the best here, which is unfortunate. Crap. Yeah, I think, you know which image I'm referring to. You're not very PC and not really for censorship as an adult. You just ignore what you're not interested in. That's fair. Yeah, I try and be generally safe, but off camera I'm very against the whole political correctness thing. Generally it's more of in the stream specifically, I want it to be accessible for everyone, but off camera I'm just I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. If I'm making a joke, I'm gonna make a joke, sort of thing. You know how it is. Oh Jesus Christ, this is not good. Ah, crap. It's always good to keep up with terms of service. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where I've been enjoying streaming quite a lot over the however long I've been doing it. Yeah, I just want to make sure everything's safe and, I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. You know how it is. I don't know how to respond to that, Yuri. I'm just going to nod and just go, you know what, that's fine. At the end of the day, whatever works for you. Fair. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, as long as everyone's doing good, I'm cool with that. Let's go for do we want to do a zealous accusation, or do we want to do a stunning blow? Let's go for a stunning blow. Big ol' bonk. There he is. You don't even know the SpongeBob characters well enough to try and remark. True, I'm actually in the same boat, I think, in that circumstance. I don't really know much about SpongeBob at all, really, now that I'm thinking about it, so... Yeah, that's the whole thing, I guess. Okay, Montacute needs to chill the fuck out right the fuck now, to be honest. Um, like, I'm just looking at him and he's got, like, no health and we need to deal with that.
A death by inches.
Same. Axe Blade. Death's Door. Okay, well, he's holding on. Luckily, he's got extra Deathblow resist. Cool. He's doing a Graveyard Slash Monster Mash. Coolio. And there's the crit. Very nice. Bring him back up.
To bleed again.
I mean, hey, whatever works. Though I imagine Squidward's nose, I feel like that he wouldn't be particularly too confident with doing that. Something tells me that would be one of those things where he's just like, no. Karen is a robot, but you feel... Oh, true. That's, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's... Isn't that Plankton's wife? I don't know. I really don't know my SpongeBob lore. I am not exactly a SpongeBob lore man. Monster Mash is going to be on repeat. True. Take a good old drink to the face. I once, in one night, took 2 separate drinks. Not to the face, but they were spilled on me. It was an interesting night. That was a... Actually, Scintilla, for reference, that was the fault of the one person who was the DM I was talking about the other night. Okay, let's blight that one and get rid of him, hopefully. But yeah, that was the whole thing. Okay, let's go for a group heal. Just bring everyone back up a bit. Thought you were going to say I got drunk off of 2 drinks. No, straight up. I downed like 20 shots the other night. By the time I woke up the next morning, I was still munted. Like, I was still absolutely fucking plastered. I really need to do a drunk stream. Yeah, only thing is you got to be careful with drunk streams because apparently, so get this right. There's a place nearby. I don't know if you guys have it. It's called the Bavarian. It's like this nice German restaurant, and so because it's my birthday over the weekend, I turned 21. So naturally, all the boys are like, "Alrighty, time for you to drink your ass off." And so basically, you can order a bunch of shots, and they bring it out on this big, long, kind of like wooden, like, how do I describe it? It's like a strip of wood that essentially has a bunch of things where you put the shot glasses, and they like ring the bell as they're like walking over to the table from the bar, and it's one of those things that like it's sort of embarrassing, but it was like it is what it is, and also Dankeschön, thanks, I appreciate it. And yeah, so he brought out like 3 of those things, plus kept buying me them. By the end of the night, I downed like most of the shots that had been brought to the table because some of the other guys got shots for themselves and stuff. But the bartender like came over and was straight up like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna have to cut you off. You can't have any. There is like no more drinks going to this table. Otherwise, like, we're gonna get in trouble." And I was like, "Fair." And then we went back to my place and continued drinking. You wanted a bet to do 50 shots when you turned 18. You only got to about 32. Yeah. The thing is, they've got to be nice shots as well. Luckily, a lot of the ones when we were at the restaurant were like really nice shots. But fair. You can't get drunk. No woman in your family can get drunk. Is that like a thing of like you just don't like process the alcohol, or is that a thing of like it will make you like sick? Because I know, isn't there something with like Markiplier or something where if he tries to get drunk, he gets like very, very sick? I don't particularly recall it, but that's at least something I remember. We'll bonk this guy, just give him a bit of a stun. No matter how much you drink, you can't get drunk. I mean, hey, on one hand, that's a benefit, on one hand, that's a downside. Because the thing is, like, getting drunk sucks, but it's, like, also fun at the same time. The most drunk you've gotten was around the beginning of this year at a party before quarantine. That's fair. Yeah, needless to say, I've got $300 of alcohol sitting on my table. Like, not the one I'm at the moment, but the table over to my left. It has 2 bottles of Mount Gay, which, yes, the bottle is named Mount Gay. I've got 2 bottles of Captain Morgan. I've got a bottle of Dead Man's Fingers. I've got a bottle of peach schnapps. What else there? There's a bottle called Dickens. I can't see any of the other ones, but yeah. Fair. Why drink if you can't get drunk? Wine is good. Wine doesn't count as good. True. Yeah. There's a. So I don't know about you, but as we've grown up, I would go out after school with the boys and would get ginger beer. So now I have like a massive taste for ginger beer, and one of the wines actually recently that the boys showed me was it's called Stone's ginger wine. Really nice. It's like straight up like I'd be able to sit there and just like pour out a nice glass of it while I've been playing like Breath of the Wild again or something like that, which I do want to do on stream because it's such a good game. I very much love it. But I'll just be like sipping on the ginger wine as I've been playing, and I've been really having fun with it. I haven't been able to do that for a couple of nights just because of the whole uni work thing, but I do want to do that when I get a chance. Ooh, we got a fancy hat. Okay, we do need to grab a bunch of stuff like that. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, whatever works. No, but it's because it's a bit of a meme between the boys to just try and find the most outrageously named like drinks for our birthdays. Like Mount Gay was one that Brett, one of my good friends, bought me on my 18th, and of course, this time he turns up with 2 bottles of Mount Gay, and I did give Dickens to another one of the boys on his birthday, but Brett got me that. But yeah, it's just all for the fun of it, It was pretty good. I've been enjoying it very much. Okay, so probably shouldn't have done that. But whatever works. Boop that. Let's use a key. And a bit of money. Okay, we do need money. No, but actually, to be fair, so Mount Gay is this like a really nice rum that when I first had it, because immediately I was like, okay, it's a funny name, but I wasn't really in the mood to drink it. But I had some of it afterwards, and I really enjoyed it. Am I on a break from Dragon Age? No, definitely not. It's more of I've been really, really wanting to play Dragon Age, but it's one of those sort of situations where I'm in a position where I really want to play it, but I know that if I play it, I'm going to play it and stream it for like ages. And I've only got like 2 hours to stream today, so that's like 1 episode worth of really anything I play. Yeah, I mean, Mount Gay is a very, very nice, like honestly, brilliant rum. Like even just if you mix it with other stuff, it is really nice. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think there is a proper reason on it, and I can go and grab it in a second if you want. You set a goal. You have to set a goal for your DA3 streams. Yeah, that's something. What I'm guessing you mean in terms of just like because you just wander around and do all this random sort of stuff, which is something I've been doing, which I definitely get. I really should probably get a bit more on top of what I'm doing at a given time. But yeah, goal number 1, have fun. Yeah, exactly. It's a fun game at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I generally have been really enjoying it, so I'm just gonna play it and see what happens. And holy fuck, Max just took a lot of damage. Okay, need to heal. Jeez, these guys can brutalize a party if you're not careful. Let's do some damage there. Hopefully he's got a decent amount of protection. You're gonna pre-digest our boy. You wonder if the now or new Baldur's Gate is any good. I've heard it's pretty good. There's apparently a scene where they call out someone for pronouncing tiefling wrong. They're like, oh, these tieflings, and you can be like, it's tiefling, like an F. It's tief, and that one made me laugh for a bit because I was like, hey, yes. Pick out what quest to do since you've played so much. Yeah, as long as it's fun. Yeah, pretty much. And Yuri, I'm guessing you just remembered the thing I said of. So I should probably provide a bit of backstory with that as a joke, but also I'm serious. Like I am going to follow through on it. I said if I am able to reach 1,000 followers, I would play the entirety of the Minecraft story mode game and then live stream the watching of the movie. And because I don't really know what to say about it. I'm not really too stressed over numbers, but it was one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, I'll just say it for the meme, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's no way that I can say it that doesn't make me sound like a... What's the word? Like, yeah. Regardless, yeah, that's the whole thing. But yeah. Okay, anyway, so what should I do? Because I need to take out these guys, like, now. And these bloody mosquitoes, oh... They're going to do a bombing run on the back, too. Bleed and resist. You're going to do another attack on our Vestal. I'm going to need to do a group heal. What do these enemies all look like? Some kind of alien? Generally, that's the style, I would say. If you get 1,000 followers, you're doing a random giveaway. You know, very few people asking around for followers and stuff is bound for failure. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not too stressed over it. Like, it's one of those sort of situations where, like, generally just by having fun, people seem to come around, and I mean, hey, like, I've been enjoying it. Like, I've never really been streaming for the goal of getting followers or anything, but it's just, you know, play the game, have fun with it, see what happens. That's really my criteria for enjoying or for doing what I do. And yeah, I mean, it seems to be working out pretty well. Hell, I think this is the most amount of people we've had talking at one point in one stream, and so that's awesome alone. Maybe you can trick PewDiePie and his fan base to follow me. I mean, to be fair, that as much as it would be good for a meme, like, it's one of those sort of situations where that almost feels like, I don't know. I kind of like having it, like having our group of people who are like actually like chill, just hanging out. If you had streamed since you first started watching streams, you would have and you had your content up, then you could probably gather some, but it wouldn't be that fast. Fair. Social skills often destroys other skills in the gathering of the followers department. Yeah, like, yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like, I don't know, I'm not too stressed regarding all of that. Don't they call the president of PewDiePie? I mean, fair. When you originally watched Panzer Dragon, you were the only one in the stream, but he was a challenger player. Fair. So what he like, as in like he does like challenges in games or something. You were talking for 3 hours on DA3, just talking. Yeah, exactly. Like at the end of the day, like I enjoy talking to people. God knows I can do it for ages. I had to get just socializing with other high-end social players. That's the thing as well. Yeah, it's very... There's a certain need to have communication with other big people. The president of PewDiePie said no. Oh, damn. Looks like it's going to be a bit longer before we're going to be able to play, Minecraft story mode? You mean he's in the rank of being a pro player, and he was going to be one, but oh, I see. I get it, yeah, fair. Yeah, and that's the thing, you gotta be careful. Like, I don't know. It's, yeah. Don't... That's where being safe comes in handy. And, like, there's been times where, so, for example, there's a whole story with, Jasper Knight, a character in, what was it, Hitman, and I was just playing around with the way of saying, like, night, like, nacht, and, like, all that sort of stuff, and, like, it like, went more towards the I sound, and I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna just stop there, like, I'd rather be safe. I don't want it to be even, like, assumed that I want to say anything like that. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, it's best to be safe, and at the end of the day, just be chill with everyone. At the end of the day, treat people how you want to be treated. Which level is Jasper Knight? That's the second... Like, that's the second level of, like, the tutorial area, I'm pretty sure. It's the chess player. The Series X and PS5 are coming out extremely soon. Yeah, absolutely, and yeah. Well, yeah, it's just one of those things where you shouldn't say it, generally. It's better to be safe than sorry, and it's better to not look like a bad person. Simple as that. Like I said, treat everyone how you want to be treated. Be chill, that sort of stuff. Like, and I'm not one to tell people how to live their life, of course. At the end of the day, do really whatever you want to do. But, like, there's a certain time, like, just, you know, be chill. That's really all I can say. I think that's the best way I can say it. There's not really any point in being not chill. Hitman 3 is coming out in 2 months. It's pretty fresh. We are getting our asses handed to us by this group of enemies as well. They always do us in, but it is particularly brutal this time, it feels. Let's pop in some blight on you. It's too soon. Fair. But yeah, regarding at least the D&D thing that I was saying about the other day, like, we were completely, like, destroyed for, like, most of that entire session. And ironically, I think it was one of the more enjoyable sessions we've played in quite a while. Because up until last session, we've been basically in a position of, oh yeah, we're pretty much overpowered. We, at level 5, can beat anything that we're being thrown up against. But yeah, you can't wait to play the Dubai level. It looks great. Fair. It's Skyjacked from Black Ops, well, 2 and 3, I guess. 2 had hijacked, 3 was a Skyjacked. You have to start driving home at home. How long am I on for? I will be streaming at least another hour. Past that, I can't really guarantee that I'll be on, but yeah, an hour at least. So, well, Dankeschön for coming around. I appreciate it, all that good sort of stuff. I'll catch you if you're, or catch you whenever I catch you next, I guess. I feel like that's the best. That's how I should kind of, because I'm trying to like get like a phrase that I should say in terms of that. Everyone in the game getting their lumps recently. Yeah. Basically, yeah, this... Jeez, I'm getting messed up right now. Let's push the target off the building, and 10 minutes later the mission completes. Fair. I mean, hey, I suppose it would work, though that feels like it should be a situation where skyboxes should be dealt with. And he resisted the blight. Oh, they both have blight. Death's Door. Okay, luckily she's holding on as well pretty nicely. Crap, I'm in a bit of a bad position. Let's take out you, hopefully, but... zealous accusation! Very nice. Okay, Death's Door. You need to heal yourself right the fuck... Actually, you have... bleed. Pop you. Pop you. Heal yourself. Yeah, awesome. Alright, I'll catch you when you're back though, Centella. Yuri, there's also a murder mystery level in London, which looks super cool. Yeah, I do love murder mysteries. Like, it's a shame, right? Because I like the idea of them, but it feels too uncommon to see them done right. If you have the insanely overpriced PSVR, you can play it in VR. I have a PSVR, actually. Well, technically my brother does, but yeah, my family has a PSVR. Oh, jeez, we have another room battle coming up. Oh. Okay, we're in a bit of a bad position, if you couldn't tell. The stress kicking up on Montacute is not good. I should probably pop some torches. I just realised I've been letting the light drop down. I feel like everyone likes it. Yeah, murder mysteries are good just in general, yeah. Yeah. I'd say, yeah, Kenny, that's a good comment to make. Generally, I was actually talking to one of my other friends earlier today, and she's recently been getting her license and everything, and I basically just said, yeah, like, because she was like, oh yeah, I'm like nailing it, all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, okay, confidence is good, but like make sure that confidence doesn't turn into fucking up, because it is very easy for things to go sideways, and that's not what you want, obviously. But yeah, that's the whole thing. At the end of the day, just take your time. Apparently, it's a common thing nowadays for a lot of people to not like driving, but I'm just like, driving's good, but just do it right. I like the concept of people slowly dying, their group getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a form of like social claustrophobia, right? Which, I mean, when I say it like that, it kind of is like, why would anyone like that? But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Let's play Grenade, because we're apparently destroying the front guy. It's also terrifying because humans naturally have a fear of the unknown. That too as well, yeah. That's pretty accurate. 5, 4, 5, 1. Okay. Our health is starting to take a massive hit. You want to slice and dice our front two. Curtis needs a heal, so we'll do that immediately. 13. Okay. You're going to Rain of Whips. 2, 0, 1, 0, and bleed. 3, 3. We can hopefully deal with that. Normally for D&D and over-the-table games, you like the idea of a relatively big group, much like Robin Hood, Knights of the Round, or Jason the Argonauts. True. The only thing is, you gotta be careful that having a big group doesn't turn into people taking forever to have their turns, generally, I find. Like, I've DM'd for a quite large group in the past, and it was fun up until combat started taking, 10, 20 minutes per round sort of thing. It allows characters to die, build fear and tension. Oh, you mean a bunch of NPCs. Okay, fair. That makes sense. But at the same time as well, you have to do it in a way where it doesn't take away from the glory of the NPCs, because players love to feel, like they're the top shit, Like there could be a murder mystery that goes on for like 6 hours and you would still love it. Fair. Okay, this guy's gonna try and shank Max. Max will take some of that damage, I guess. Oh, actually, I should probably heal Max because, yep, she is on death's door. Unfortunate. As an example, when you have a tomb rating in a group, the level you are determines how deep you would delve and what areas you're employed to cover. That makes sense. So if you're more proficient in the group, is aware that you're proficient at doing it, then they're all like, okay, yeah, you're permitted to go this low sort of thing. That's also a nice, good group heal. And we'll just bonk this guy. Bada bing. Okay. Pop you with a bit of healing. And we'll take that. Okay. We need to camp here. With 100 people, there are people waiting for you on the surface. Stronger people on the first floor and even stronger on the second, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's fair. Because it makes sense naturally if you're attacking like a big, essentially like hive of enemies, hive in quotations, of course. Like the strongest thing is going to be relatively far down, and like the what's the word? The ones that are less valuable. I'm blanking on the term for it. But the ones that can be, it doesn't matter if they die, they're going to be up near the top, essentially. Jeez. Do you mind, bruh? Taking a bunch of stress damage. You're not having a good time there, are you? Remove mortality debuffs. Okay, that's good. That at least helped out quite a bit. Remove mortality debuffs. We want it off of you. Or I guess not. The 100 people, there are people waiting for you on the surface. Stronger people. Oh no, I've already read that one. Imagine like a game with a murder mystery in a mall or something, some massive public area. Maybe the murderer gets to the security and flowers off all the doors. Just a murder mystery with hundreds of people. Sounds amazing. In this manner, you can build the NPCs with the PCs and have them become more emotionally attached. Also, the same dungeon can be used multiple times. The delve goes so far and the group retreats and another go is had. Yeah, exactly. And so, because naturally that also allows for the sort of situation where, like, as the group retreats, then that allows anything in the dungeon to go, hey, okay, let's assess the damages, let's deal with it accordingly, all that good sort of stuff. Like, naturally as you would do. None of them have diseases, they only have the Crimson Curse. Okay. Okay, and now we suit of armor. We get an extra buff. Okay, cool. Pop that. How much? Okay, you need to unblight. There's probably some good murder mysteries on good servers or stuff with tons of players. On Gmod, fair. Oh, it's one of these big things. Oh, jeez. Which also reminds me, as usual, I have forgotten to load up my list of curios. So give me just a moment to quickly bring that up. Because this one is a weird one, if I'm not mistaken. Throbbing Cocoon. Stress heal only, supplicant. That's courtyard only. Okay, so I guess we just gotta slap this. And combat. Oh, it's a gatekeeper. Hey, we need to kill that. Stun you, hopefully bring him forward. Remove resist and stun resist, damn it. Enraging Slight. Just flip the bird to Montacute. And he marks himself, okay. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really checked. Gather the blood. Okay, Montacute's taken a bit of damage. We don't really have any way to take out the back lad, so we're just going to try and do damage here and hope he doesn't run away. 90. Let's hopefully get the stun off, and he dodges. Damn it, come on. Elusive exit, bitch ass. And he just leaves. This annoys me. Pre-digestion. Okay. We're in a very bad position right now. I feel like that's a given. Nice big chop on the back, lad. Okay, you want to heal. I guess you won't heal then. Fine. Sure. I'm sure you've had large-scale murder mysteries before, but you can't remember too many details. Most of the time, your murder mysteries are low in number, and number of highly interactive characters. Species tend to have skills to find the suspicious people out of the group. Yeah, that's another thing as well, actually, is, at least in the context of something like D&D, knowing you're running a murder mystery, chances are at least one of the players is going to go, hey, I'm going to go and, build someone who has high insight, so that way I can, determine if someone's lying to us or whatever. Do I know the guy who just hosted Jeopardy just died? This is the first I'm hearing of it. That's not good, though. I presume it wasn't on an actual episode. I would hope that he, kicked the bucket, surrounded by people who care about him and such. I hope, at least, that's generally the way to go. Maddening Wine, Montacute's back on death's door. Now they're going to attack him again, and he dodges. Very nice. To be fair, there's a lot of death every year. It's just, every year when people die, it's one of those things where everyone's like, oh man, there's been so many deaths this year, and it's like, then they say that next year, and then the year after, and that feels like what it's been like for the last however long. Okay, let's heal Montacute, get him back on his feet. Yeah, 2020's been particularly bad, given, everyone having to be locked inside and such. But to be fair, I'd much prefer to be locked inside and be safe than to be wandering around and put people at danger. Oh, cool. You are now having the Crimson Curse. So everyone here has the Crimson Curse. Okay. You need to heal you. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. 2020 hasn't been a good year, that's for certain. But it's just saying, in general, all years tend to be bad when you, tally up the amount of people who have died. 2020 definitely has been one of the worst of them. But, yeah. One mystery you had notes on was a huge wagon transporting criminals, and it was set up to crash into another vehicle. One of the escapees kills a man that looks similar to him and exchanges identities. Fair. So, presumably, if they can identify that, they can slowly, figure it all out. How do you know Godzilla went up against Charles Barkley in basketball? I mean, fair, I guess. To be fair, I'm not really too knowledgeable when it comes to basketball, but it makes sense. You're going to slurp upon our Vestal. That's annoying. Danvers is getting tested, and she is powerful. Hell yeah, Danvers. It was a giant Charles Barkley too. Fair. Are you thinking of Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny? Because I think that's what you're referring to. Fair.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Because I do know that Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny actually came on the other night when we were driving to dinner. Toho and Charles Barkley agreed to it. Fair. I mean, hey, whatever works, I guess. Okay, let's just hope that they don't get hungry at the moment. We'll take them. We're getting a few busts out of this. It's convenient. Do we have anything to deal with traps? What's our trap disarm? 80, 45, 70. Okay, so it's you. And disarmed. Very nice. Okay. There's a fair chance we're about to have our absolute ass handed to us. Godzilla v Batman also almost was a movie. Or versus Batman, I'm guessing. Oh, it was the Necromancer. I thought it was the Prophet. Okay. Turns out I'm a dum-dum. But let's just beat the shit out of him. 6 feet under. I think that's stress. We're all but dust. Okay, I suppose there's a way we can stun him. 175 base. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I'll just do a focus heal on you. Even though he's going to get a heart attack in a second. Nice 26 damage, not bad. Zealous Accusation. Yeah, we'll deal some damage against the Sergeant. Or the Sergeant. Clawing dead on the back too. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That's brutal. Last movie you liked was Charles Barkley and was Monstars. Yeah, not gonna lie, I don't actually even remember who Charles Barkley is. I can't forget the time Godzilla fell in love with a naked robot made by some doctor. That's a cancelled movie. I'll tell you what, definitely sounds like it's a cancel, or like it should be a cancelled movie. That sounds whack. Basketball player, not important to know about. Fair. Sounds good to me. Okay, keeps that all high. 8 to 14, 9 to 17, but it's got high bleed resist. But that's going to debuff us, so we'll just do a nice chop. There's also a time. This should get to the bunker of the woman's Pacific. That sounds very not wise, but hey, whatever works, I guess. Okay, I just realized I went for a stun and that was a dumb move. Okay, they're going to... The flesh is willing. Oh, damn. That was a bit brutal. Just a tad. Oh, boy. Okay, I suppose let's start dropping some blood on the back guys. I mean, you can, but sure. Okay, let's just deal out some damage, hopefully. Everyone's gonna Monster Mash Graveyard Slash our boys. Well, boys and girls, I suppose. We actually have 3/4 of our party comprised by females. Okay, this is suddenly not a good position to be in. That'd be like a public bunker. I mean, I'm sure there's bathrooms. Regardless. I mean, people act like people, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. Let's just try and stun this guy and move him around. Because now we can wicked hack on the Necromancer at front. You're going to go 6 feet under and put... No damage. Okay. Interesting. Heart attack. There we go. He's not bleeding though, which is nice. Graveyard Slash and Death's Door. Okay. Now we come in and heal. Our man's here. Crap. I'm a tad concerned about how this is going. Max's resolve is tested. Powerful, hell yes. Alright, we're looking good. We've got 2 people who are who've got good things. We'll move you back. So that way we can get the charge. We go for a disorienting blast on you. And bring him to the front, hell yeah. Get ready to receive sword to face. Which is apparently what our Hellion just got. Jeez. That's not particularly good. Holy boon. Nice. A time to perform beyond one's limits. Hell yeah. I like that quote. It's a really good quote. Okay, crit. Okay. This is suddenly a tad concerning. Graveyard Stumble. Okay. Interesting, interesting. These 2 are going to Graveyard Stumble. Luckily that wasn't much damage. Let's go for a Wicked Hack and just try and chop down his health. Go for a Holy Lance and dodge, damn it. We need to do a group heal. Luckily, okay. Just trying to think of what the best play is. Nice buff from everyone. Let's do a group heal. Graveyard Stumble. And Iron Swan, 17 damage. Not bad, not bad. Graveyard Slash on Max, 11, bringing her down to Death Door again. Under pressure, you're not going to rise to the level of the occasion. You're going to sink to the level of your discipline. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Which, I mean, hey, that, depending on if your discipline is high, that could be not too bad of a fall, but yeah. It's also a time that Godzilla attacked and the husband of some pregnant woman decided to stop Godzilla by Kung Fu and his weak point. They both do in the process. A year later, the wife visits his grave, now with her child. All of a sudden, the child gets possessed by Godzilla and beats the wife and starts beating her with a... What the fuck? That... I don't even know what to say about that, not gonna lie. That's whack. That's a tad concerning, I think. Is the best way I can put it. Yeah, I don't really know at this point. Yuri's talking about Godzilla, which happens every once in a while, but yeah. Okay. Crap. Zealous Accusation. Graveyard Slash. We need another group heal. Everyone's starting to get a bit brutalized. You also meant to say Godzilla and the husband die in the process. Fair. Okay, dodge from everyone. Another heart attack. Come on. And he's down. Damn it! Man down. That's brutal. Okay. This is not good. Noxious Blast. Or disorienting. I guess we'll go with Noxious and hope to take out that one. Iron Swan, 30 damage. That's very nice. Okay, as long as we can prevent another one of our people getting taken out, we'll be good. Yeah, I presume that would be maybe not the best situation. Graveyard Slash on Max, who's on Death's Door. We will Noxious Blast on this guy. And let's focus heal on Max. Get Max back up to a good position. And now we Iron Swan, 17 damage and 5 damage remaining. Okay, I think we've won. As long as we don't proceed to immediately die this turn. There we go. Hell yeah! That's good stuff. Okay. Oh jeez, we've got blueprints. Debuff Stone, Carapace Idol, our Bracer, and our Holy Orders. That was very brutal. Let's return to the Hamlet. Kill the Necromancer Lord. Nice chunk of gold. Necromancer Trophy. Berserk Mask. Shame. Montacute finally bit the dust. Irrepressible. Very nice. That's good. And Curtis has got the runs. Oh no. Sure. That's probably not ideal, but I mean, hey, I guess everyone gets the runs every once in a while.
Your soldiers'
Oh,
minds are mired in malignancy. Fear has taken root.
that's probably not good. Everyone's going to be stressing out just a tad. Curtis, you are now irrepressible, and we'll give you. We'll just do that. That's how most bad horror stuff is written. Yeah, that's accurate. No matter what happens, everyone dies because it's so edgy. Yeah. Like, that's the thing as well. That's one of the reasons why sometimes I avoid horror. Just because it's like, oh, this person's gonna die, this person's gonna die, this person's gonna die. And if anyone survives, they're gonna be scarred for their rest of their life. And something bad's gonna happen to them anyways. Or they incorporate what does it mean cop outs. Yeah. Like, pretty much. Yeah. Generally, by the end of a. Oh. Oh, okay, this is a bunch of stuff. Okay. Yeah, by the end of a story, you should have at least a full or a decent level of understanding of whatever's been going on. Okay, fair. I'll check the Discord soon. Okay, so this is good to know. I haven't seen any of this stuff before. Icosahedric musket balls. Right, that's what that was. Huh, fair. Deadlines are evil. Yeah, that's another thing as well. Which, I mean, hey, as someone who currently has a deadline for tomorrow like 11 a.m., I know the feeling. But yeah, like, there's not really much you can do about it. Is the issue as well. Have you ever watched Come to Daddy starring Elijah Wood? Yeah. Well, I think the thing is, it's such a difficult thing to pull off properly that there's a lot of times when it's not done right. Okay. I think we did pretty solid there, despite the circumstance. Let's do an easy quest that we're not going to have to stress about too much. We have, luckily with Bondville, she should be able to get essentially the list of stuff we would want. It just feels bad to you to pay so much money for a game and the ending is basically non-existent or is really lazy. They start their games off with ideas that set off like fireworks light sky, but by the end, players just get farting noises. Yeah, wasn't that a whole thing with Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, where essentially the ending, like, there was, I think, wasn't it the people in charge were like, hey, you should do this our way, and they were basically just like, oh yeah, well, I don't remember the name of it. I think it was Kojima or something, was basically just like, no, and then he just finished off the game. Because I know that Chris was getting really annoyed the other day when he was talking, because he played through and he's like, oh yeah, I'm building this awesome tank that I want to be able to use, hell yeah. And by the end of it, apparently, it's just like, you just forget about like half of that, and it's just like oh yeah, by the way, this is the end of the game sort of situation. I know he was really pissed off about that. But that's also me trying to remember what he was saying, so there's a fair chance I'm mistaken in that. Okay, number 2. Mark. That one, I think it is, because that's the knockback and stun. Unless we want to get someone else who's got stun. Yeah, either way, I don't particularly know generally the story behind it, but I just trust I generally trust Chris at least telling me that much. Alright. But yeah, Commodity does have it right. It's got a lot of death and a lot of mystery. Fair. Or they could be setting up for a sequel. Yes, true, but I feel like it needs to be done right. Like, there's a certain rightness that needs to be done, which is kind of hard to explain, and even just saying it makes me sound kind of dumb. But, like, you know, you can generally tell the difference between setting up for a sequel or just leaving things open-ended because they don't know what they're doing. Last Metal Gear Solid you played was on PS1. I mean, hey, that's still better than me. I don't think I've actually ever played a Metal Gear Solid game. Sometimes mystery is good, it can be done well. You can end a story with not a lot of information explained. True, but that implies that there's a lot of other stuff that has been seeded through the story to fill in the gaps, essentially. Like, there's a difference between, you know, just not knowing what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you reach the end, and it's like, I don't know where I am. And having known where you're going and seeding in ideas along the way, sort of thing. Like, there's good and bad horror movies, as I'm sure everyone can agree. It's just, you know, finding those horror movies and, you know, being able to enjoy them, I guess. Leper. Hitman did that from 2018 to actually explain. Yeah, I mean, I think at the same time, backstory and what's actually going on in the game are two different things as well. Like, you can there's certain stuff where it's like not, because you don't need to know the backstory of Agent 47, right? Like, the whole story is essentially you are a hitman, go kill people, essentially, and that's the game. But it would be one of those sort of situations where you're like the thing I'm saying is, like, you know, if you were just some random civilian and all of a sudden, you know, the story is essentially, for some reason, you're just killing people now, and it's like, but why? Hitman at least has, in Hitman 2 it's important to the plot. Okay, that's fair. But, like, you know, for Hitman, it's in the title, you're a hitman, that's sort of your whole job. That's why you're doing it, sort of thing. Give you that. And we'll give you the Worrystone. Yeah, at the end of the day, Hitman seems to be pretty good with what it does, at least from my knowledge. So, it is what it is. Okay, we want to do... You are the one who does the damage, so we're going to up your damage as much as possible. Let's crank up that damage. And now you are the stun lad. The players should learn as they go in a show-don't-tell manner as much as possible. Key points should be addressed even if the players don't know everything. True, yeah. Which, ironically, the Saw 1 is the only Saw movie I haven't actually watched at the moment. But yeah, that's correct, I would say. Like, that's one of those things I always enjoyed about Hitman, was like, even just knowing the name of the game essentially fills you in onto everything you need to know. You are a hitman. Kill the people that you're told to kill. That's your job. Get to the end and it reveals the murderer. You can also add additional mystery to any sequels needed if wanted. Then sometimes people just fill in the plot line. They just want everything to be addressed when it doesn't need to. True, yeah. Well, that's the other thing as well. Like, as much as I have a lot of respect for, like, MatPat, for example, there are certain things where I'm like, you know, Minecraft doesn't really need to have its plot. Or, like, it doesn't really need to have its, you know, theoretically 100,000 years in the past, there were these people who did this thing. It's like, okay, cool. I don't really need to know that, though. You know, I'm just here to play the game, just do my thing, you know? But, again, I have no... Like, MatPat's one of those sort of content creators that I've watched for quite a long time, so I've got no issue with it. But it's like, you know, I get what he's going for. I get, you know, at the end of the day, it's his job. But, yeah. Normally, if things are too much data dump, you like to see it in journals and stuff that you can find around the map. Just surviving probably takes a lot less info than all the backstory and lore. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Minecraft doesn't really need anything in terms of lore, because lore isn't really its thing. But yeah, often finding stuff like data dumps and all that sort of stuff is useful, where, like, you know, codexes or whatever can be a thing. That's sort of what this game has to some degree as well, where you can scroll through, and if you collect the journals, you can, like, read through them and gather information about various things of the characters. The deepest Minecraft goes is the poem when you beat the Ender Dragon. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, and if you want to read that, you can. I know I've read it back in the past. If you don't want to read it, then that's cool too. At the end of the day, just do whatever works. Actually, let's take a look in here. What do we got? I suppose we've got 6 of the blueprints. No, none of whatever the hell these things are. Memories, apparently. Decent amount of money. Let's just come in and make sure our party's geared up. Minigames do not need a story. Most anything sim can be exempt. This often holds true for settlement build games. Yeah, exactly. Like, at the end of the day, you're just playing the game to see what happens. You don't really need to worry about any of that sort of stuff. Okay, you're all good, you're all good, you're all good. Boop, and bop, and you're all good, and you're all good. Excellent. The story is literally plop you on a world, build, don't die. Yeah, it's like, I would even go so far as to say stuff like Don't Starve and survival games like that. Whilst having lore is cool to find out what's been going on and what's the deal with it, it's not really necessary either. The world can be anything as well as, OMG, you're on a raft or a forest. Yeah, I was actually talking with the DM of the campaign I was talking about earlier, because he was playing Subnautica last night, and he straight up was like, yeah, even if, like, I would really enjoy a game where it's like underwater like Subnautica, but without the whole thing of having to swim deep and find out about this, like, bacteria that's slowly messing with you and all this sort of stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, exactly. Like, having just a chill game where you can build and have fun is always cool as well. Some things are just better unanswered. The Rob Zombie remake of Halloween gives backstory to Michael Myers. It wasn't needed because it's better when no one knows who's under the mask. Yeah, I mean, I find that's also sort of the same for a lot of those sort of hit horror movies, like, say, the Jason Voorhees stuff. Was it Friday the 13th? I presume that there is, to my knowledge, a lot of lore behind him, but at the same time, that doesn't really need to be. Like, I don't know, my knowledge of Jason Voorhees is at one point he goes to space. Like, he is someone who died at a camp and hates camp counselors. That's really, I think, all that needs to be known about him. One of your last water campaigns had the players using Apparatus of Qualish from D&D to explore a one-man crab submarine, or just one-man crab submarines going through ships and cities and such underwater. Fair. We know who Jason Voorhees was since the first movie. Yeah, but yeah, and that's one of those things where I'm like sort of half-half on it, because it's like, it kind of tells you everything you need to know, which, I mean, to be fair, I'm also saying this from the knowledge I know. I haven't actually watched the Friday the 13th movies. They've been on my radar to watch at some point, but I've never really done it, so I guess with that I'm sort of just like trying to remember what I remember, but yeah. Don't mind him revealing who Michael Myers is. You've just seen so many walk-down slash films, you need more depth. He drowned because the lifeguards were too busy having sex. That's why he kills people and kills people having sex. That's it, pretty much. Fair enough. I mean, I suppose that's a circumstance where having the backstory kind of fills in what the fuck's actually going on. On the good side of it, I guess. Anti-venom, bandages, medicinal herbs. I mean, I guess just a bit of everything. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keys. Yep, that I think is a good layout. Let's get into it.
Simple folk are by their nature loquacious.
Loquacious? Ooh, that's a term.
No exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
Okay, loquacious apparently means talkative. I see. Interesting. You have a supernatural, modern, dark setting, but one can use and object or be possessed, gaining the attached powers. It makes a it makes build a slasher enemies very easily, or very easy, which is something you think is good for making games in general. Yeah, like, I mean, naturally, having a setting that allows itself to be used quite easily is very useful. Like, that's one of those sort of things where I had the benefit in my hero campaign I did, where I can justify literally anything as it's someone's quirk, it's someone's ability, you know? Just because that's what the setting allows. I don't have to scientifically justify why someone can shoot flames out of their hands, because they just can. It's a superpower.
Gains purchase. Spirits are lifted.
Let me quickly respond to this. Oh, good. When most people are mundane, you don't need many powers or strong powers to suddenly amp up the scary. True. I mean, and the thing is, like, that's even just that's just a world where, like, everyone has powers at this point, sort of thing. Or at that point, I guess, rather. Throbbing cocoons. Okay, let's go again. And it summons in the Gatekeeper. Okay, number 2. Let's see. Knockback. Okay, we've got knockback. Mark, you, sir, are about to die. You're going to infallible servitude. What are you even doing? You're guarding, you bitch ass. Shit like Come to Daddy, the Invisible Man remake, and better watch out. Our movies you should watch for the actual plot instead of stuff like Friday the 13th, Halloween, or Leprechaun. Is Leprechaun actually a movie? I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing of it. 7 to 12. This is a bloodsucker, so 7 to 12. 16 to 13. Oh, damn, that's a lot of damage. Better watch out. Fair. I probably will at some point. Ooh, crit immediately. Very nice. You have one character for this setting that uses the environment around them, as well as having the ability to turn off electronics. Victims often drive across a long stretch of road, the car stalls, and the hunt begins. He cannot use his own car just fine, but your phones won't work and neither will your car. That's fair. I mean, it also gives a good excuse to be like, oh yes, well, you also, flashlights don't work, stuff like chainsaws doesn't work. Or don't work, rather, I guess. That sort of stuff, That's fair. We'll go for a hue and chop. I think we also just got ourselves a way in to deal with everyone's affliction. A Baron's Invitation. We're going to have to hold on to that one. An unexpected party. Those are the best kinds of parties. That's fair. Because, thing is, everyone always thinks of powers in terms of, oh yes, I can shoot flames or electricity out of my hand. But, sometimes being able to manipulate those sort of things is better than just being able to, yes, flames or whatever. At least that's kind of how I see it. Okay, so they've immediately kind of thrown our leper into a bit of a bad spot. Okay, let's go for a... You want a super... I mean, that would probably not go over too well, but whatever works, I guess. You can always dream, I guess. Go for a big old chop. 33 brutal damage. 1 damage. And get the stun. Yeah, there's the stun. Slice and dice. 5 and 4. Fair. Even though this character has no significant combat ability like strength or speed or lycanthropy or elemental striking, or without, it's not like they're intentionally going to go after Mr. Neville's... hang on. Or produce. Fair. It's not like they're intentionally going after Mr. Navy SEAL and Captain Marine. Oh, that's the other thing as well, is, if it's someone who just wants to kill people, there are plenty of people who have, no combat prowess at all. So, a lot of people aren't going to know what to do if you just basically go, oh yeah, you're now trapped out in the woods in the middle of the night with no car, no phone, nothing like that. Most people are just going to be like, okay, lock the car of my door, I'm going to sleep in the back. I mean, I don't actually know anything about Invisible Man, but Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing, I guess. Though, to be fair, horror and that sort of stuff is one of those sort of genres that is basically most horror movies are just repaints of the same stuff either way. It's just the extra stuff that you throw in there that makes it interesting, generally. Nice little bit of a heal there, hopefully. You're going to slice and dice the front two, 5 and dodge, not bad. I just realised I didn't actually give you Purge. Well, I need to do that at some point. Blanket Fire, 1-2-2-1. I guess, just go for a chop on this guy. 8 damage, not bad. Get over here, bitch. Yeah. And another group heal, not bad. Slice and dice. Double dodge, even better. Go for a huge just for the double damage. But yeah, thing is, like, horror is one of those sort of genres where it can be done very easily and very fun if you, like, even just abiding by some of the basic sort of horror tropes can end up with some very fun situations to play through. One of the items you have in your setting causes perversion. It allows you to detect people who are aroused, excited, or otherwise hyperstimulated. Character is a super low power villain. Fair, but I mean, I feel like that's one of those sort of things that someone who knows how to use that properly would be quite powerful. It's sort of like a charisma boost almost. Invisible Man Remake has him wear a costume with cameras all around him that constantly scan his surroundings and copy them. It's not currently possible, but you can feel it's possible. There's no excuses, and they give an actual reasoning as to how it works, unlike you guys. Well, the reasoning is because he's got a superpower. It's like supernatural. Like, that is the thing of it. It's like saying, well, how do ghosts work? Because they do. They're ghosts. Oh, okay. Leopard just got a bit of a, oh yes, let's look in this tent. Ah, dead body. Okay, gotcha. Like, I don't know, it's a suspension of disbelief, generally, I find. Like, you have an internalized set of rules for how ghosts work in the setting as well. Fair. I mean... Now, the other question is, are you doing ghosts in the way of, like, there are different kinds of ghosts, each with like, individual set of, like, boundaries? Or are you doing just ghosts as in, like, there is the subsect category of ghosts that do, you know, they pass through walls, you know, that sort of stuff? Because, I don't know, I've been watching a bunch of Phasmophobia, so I guess I'm probably in just one of those moods, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Okay. Maddening Wine on the Vestal. At least we didn't get shuffled around. I hate when the party gets shuffled without people who are built for it. Okay. We need to take out this gatekeeper as soon as possible. Let's bring him forward, hopefully. Get over here. And he's marked. You, sir, are in an unfortunate location. Bah! There's specific abilities that allow them to interact with the world, but it's from extremely weak to strong, but it's like a pyramid. There are very few potent ghosts. Attitude also ranges from benevolent to malevolent. That's fair. Because, yeah, I mean, that also does make sense, given it isn't really logical to just assume that all ghosts are inherently evil, I suppose. Like, they could very well be ghosts that are just like, hey, I'm just chilling doing my thing. As long as you're not going to fuck with me, I ain't going to fuck with you, sort of thing. Pre-digestion. Ah. Just vomit on our leper here. Fantastic. And big old chop. Bah. Weak ghost that's benevolent might do something like yell, watch out. Only you can hear it while nudging you out of the way of a piano that's going to fall on you. That's fair. It's now completely zapped of all energy for quite a long time. Yeah, that also actually almost reminds me. So I'm playing a barbarian in this campaign I'm playing. It's like the barbarian of like ancestral guardian barbarians, where they're like, you have your like ancestors that like float around you and protect you and everything. It sort of almost kind of reminds me of that, where like they're essentially like guardian spirits that kind of protect you. That's at least the vibe I sort of get from that. That's probably not exactly what you're going for, but that's at least my way of being able to be like, oh yes, I relate to that in some form. Chop. Bah! Very nice. And is that another... Oh, that's a few things. Damn.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow,
Let's take that.
killer.
Cool. Looks good to me. I need to swap Solemnity for Purge. Extremely weak ones do almost nothing. You can walk through it and feel slightly chilly, or you suddenly get a bad feeling, or some other slight stimuli. They might do nothing but be present. Yeah, I mean, that's also the other thing of just like, if you're a ghost, there's a fair chance that you might just be curious about stuff, just want to see how things turn out. That sort of stuff. Something that, all intents and purposes, isn't really going to cause anything to go one way or the other. Not bad. You never watched the Invisible Man remake because you're tired of remakes and stuff? Yeah, actually, we were talking about this the other day. Of there's only so many times you can see the Spider-Man origin story sort of stuff. Because actually, afterwards, I was talking to Chris about that because we were talking about in terms of like Dracula and stuff. What was it? So, because I was basically just reciting our conversation because I wanted to get his opinion on it, and he somewhat just agrees. And because I brought up Dracula, and the amount of times that Dracula has been redone, though he did make the point, of course, that the new Dracula Dracula Untold was apparently really good. But yeah, it's one of those things where there's only so many times you can see a certain story. Though, actually, I wouldn't say it's a similar thing because it's more my fault, but like it's like how I've seen the start of Ace Attorney over and over and over, and that's more just because I keep seeing it or playing the first thing of Ace Attorney over and over. But like I can recite how that one goes just because I've seen it that many times. It's like that, but instead of me watching the same thing, seeing that over a bunch of different videos or a bunch of different movies. But yeah, don't ask why I've seen the Ace Attorney first court case that many times as well. I don't even know how to describe it or why, but it is what it is, I guess. Eldritch Push. Okay. Bottler is the bottler. Okay, fair. What do we got? So, our bounty hunters can probably just decimate this entire group of guys. Collect bounty, 17 damage. Nice. Chop you, and a crit, not bad. Bring the acolytes forward. I should probably have focused fire on them, but it's fine. Chop, kill. Very nice. Eldritch Push on the leper. Let's hope he doesn't get pushed, and he does. Fantastic. Stun you, hopefully. Actually, now that they're stunned, that means that we can do our finish. And miss. Fantastic. Great. Gotta move forward. And there we go. 21 damage. Bada bing. That's what I was hoping for. And nothing can be obtained from that. Okay, great. Get some more blood and some various bits and pieces. Now, I'm going to guess that the enemy's probably up there. Or the boss, rather. Okay, we get our anti-venom in here, and that opens up an inventory spot for a bit of cash. Not bad. Now it must be carried home. But yeah, no, I'm very keen for this D&D campaign I've been playing. I do presume Sam's gonna do some good stuff with it. He's been doing very well for a first-time DM, I would say. Though for explanations, you do feel it goes good explanation is better than no explanation. And then that's better than bad explanation. That's true. I mean, yeah, that also, I suppose, can be looked at the same time, where explanations only need to happen where they need to be, right? Or like you should only put an explanation where there needs to be one, right? So, for example, with the supernatural thing, you could easily just say it's supernatural. It is what it is. It's magic, or like, you know, whatever. Like, you don't really need to have an explanation for like why something happens if magic is common enough and everyone's like, yeah, I see that. It makes it so when you're building settings, you really try and make everything work as well as possible without breaking anything. That's true as well. Like, as soon as you start implementing too many features, you get the issue that, I don't recall who made the video, but the Skyrim issue, where they put so many different features in, but certain features completely don't fit in with other stuff. Like, you know, you can be a caster, get sent to jail, and they'll do nothing to stop your casting. It's like, oh man, give me all of your weapons. Okay, here's my 2 weapons I have. Joke's on you, summon magical sword, summon magical bow, sort of thing, you know? It fills in walls in chat, and not really relevant to Darkest Dungeon or anyone's current campaigns or anything. Yeah, I mean, it's chill either way. I'm not too bothered. But yeah, like, I always enjoy talking about D&D and all that sort of stuff anyways, and story building and such. Ironically, back before I started playing D&D, I considered myself much more of a math-based person, working with numbers, but now that I do D&D, I spend way more of my time working on developing like stories for D&D and such. We'll bring you forward. Get over here. Stressful incantation. Luckily she dodges. We've been doing pretty good this run. Botula. Starting to slightly get up there. Stressful incantation. Okay, awesome. So, I suppose let's come in here and do a nice old judgment. One example of a fix you made for your low magic was making it so soul tether items, if you tether them in a group, you must summon all of them when you use them. That causes a lot of energy drain, far more than tethering single items. And using that, it stops people from wanting to make sets of 50 bajillion or something. That's fair. So what, as in like, so say for example, if you have a set of soul-tethered armor, you can't mass produce it, or anything like that. Or like, say you have like a set of soul-tethered armor that you soul-tether at the same time. Oh, actually, I'm thinking you mean if you like soul tether to a bunch of stuff, you have to summon all at once. Which is one of those sort of things where I would say someone who isn't particularly skilled but does manage to have soul tethering, I would say that makes sense for them. But for someone who is like extremely capable at that sort of stuff, they could probably just be like, oh yes, I'm soul tethered to all my armor, but I only need my dagger, so bada bing. Summoning one sword is easier than 2 swords, which is easier than 50. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go for it. Big old bonk. And then we'll go for I guess we'll just remove that corpse. There are stats and such which can be used to make for more and better tethers. Fair. Yeah, that is one of those sort of things where I do quite enjoy in D&D and such. Like, people don't give out soul-tethered weapons too often, but like, everyone kicks themselves in a situation where having a soul-tethered weapon would be good. Yeah, I think that's the layout I like. You wanted that route. You wanted that as a route of power, because you can do so much with tethers, like contracting monsters and stuff. That makes sense. Because that essentially is like an entire summoning, like, or being a summoner field, I imagine. Pop a torch and then we'll summon in this combat. I really probably shouldn't keep summoning these guys in, but I'm going to do it while I've got the chance, just so I can grab these contracts. What do we got? 7 to 13. Or we can just mark this one for death. Or I just try and kill you. Okay. Very nice. Bring him forward. Bada bing. Go for a stun, hopefully now. And there's the stun, very nice.
The path is clear.
Means that here
The strength of
we can focus on that one. And hopefully get rid of that mosquito as soon as we get the chance. Ooh, dodge, damn it. You're going to slurp upon our Vestal. So when they drink the blood, it seems that they're like, I don't think that's their abdomen. Their arse area grows, it seems. And he dodges again. Damn it. There we go. Get done. A cultivator that's more skillful at using weapons and fists would fit this category. An alchemist or who wants to use many tools either for producing or other jobs, including combat. That makes sense. I mean, just in general, having the ability to like call stuff towards you, like, or summon in, you know, your weapon and stuff, it's just convenient. Means you never have to worry about, like, think of how useful it would be to be able to just like summon in, like, oh yeah, soul summon my phone, my wallet, you know, all the sort of stuff I have on me at one point. Like, you would never ever need to worry about losing your stuff. You never have to worry about any of that sort of stuff. Person acting as a summoner, summoning a massive lightning bear. You don't need to be that good at fighting anymore. True. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's, what's the word? Or it's the, there's a term for it where it's like, just offhanding tasks to other things that you've done, or for, you know, whatever. Get him Bolt Bear, the new Pokemon. I'm trying to think of like a good pun that I could make, but nah, it's fine. But yeah, it's that sort of stuff where it's like summoning can be very powerful if done right. Though if done wrong, it can also be a pain in the ass for the DM. And big ol' chop. Bada bing. And is that another contract? That very much is. Let's take all of that.
this expedition at least promises success.
It at least promises a lot of contracts by the look of it, damn. Chop you and dodge. Over table summoning, you have to be careful because it can slow down the game quite a lot. That's very true. Sounded like someone just like opened my door. Fair. But yeah, you just gotta be careful. Gotta grab drinks. Sounds good, man. Nice old crit on that fungal scratcher. Wait, no, that was not the fungal scratcher, that was the other thing, the witch. Okay. Now, what do we want to do? Judgment? Let's do a bit of judgment. Bonk. Nice, and heal. Groping swipe. Gonna go for the leper. Now we just go for a hew, or do we want to focus fire? Let's go with a focus fire chop. That's all 13 damage. Absolutely brutal. Another groping swipe and the leper dodges. Fantastic. Collect bounty. They are human, so technically I suppose that's fitting. Knockback and stun. Yeah, let's just go for a knockback. Get that stun off. And then we'll go for a stun on this one as well. Why not? Very nice indeed. Okay, I think that's someone above me making sounds. Nice. And we'll just come in here for a hew and double kill. Very nice. Even more blood. Huh.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Not bad indeed. We don't have anything for the tree, so we'll just check. Shovel and a bit of trinkets and baubles.
Paid for in blood.
And more combat. Acolytes. They're not witches yet, they're just acolytes. You're going to go for an eldritch push on a leper. And of course you succeed. God damn it. That's annoying. Eldritch pull. Oh, hey. God damn it, of course you resist that one. I can't believe you've done this. But fair. Yeah, let's just do a big old chop on this fool. Then we'll stun you. Just for the sake of making it so the next chop will do a lot of damage. Unless we want to do... Let's just do a big old bump. Okay, fair. You've got to spend your turn moving forward. Your stun wears off. You're going to go for a swipe on Baudelaire, as opposed to our other bounty hunter, of which I can't apparently select. Let us go for a chop. Bada bing, bada bop. Now, I'm going to wait until the leper moves forward to use Purge, So we'll take out the guys in the back first. That sounds like a good move to me. Or we go for a stun, because we want to take out number 3 next, so having them be stunned, which is the only attack that's going to hit, will do extra damage and guarantee a takeout. Pop a torch, finish him. Bonk. Very nice. We'll move you one more spot forward. You're going to do a grouping swipe now. 5 damage. Tad brutal, but that's fine, we'll work with it. We'll go for a pull on this lass. Get over here and get marked while you're at it. Stressful incantation on our leper. He's just like, yeah, sure, alright. Do a nice big 17 damage. Excellent. We will use the chance to heal our leper now. Crit for 20, very nice. That's what I like to see. Groping swipe and a dodge. And now we purge and miss. God damn it. Stun. Why not? I could probably have healed, but that's fine. We were about to do the camp anyways. Let's go for a finish here and then 10 damage. Easy peasy. Very nice, and they all disappear. What do we get? Nothing, by the looks of it. Nothing useful.
Push on to the task's end.
Have a feast. And now we just get our lads ready. Move resist. Let's go with that one. What do you have? You both have tracking. Tracking. We double track. Prevents nighttime ambush. And we're out of camping points. That's fine. We'll just come in here and heal you. 8 health. That was pretty solid. Even though I'm pretty sure he was only down like 2. Okay, because hopefully we can get surprise. Surprise is always nice. Okay, onwards we go, I guess. Oh. Another one of these. If that is the case, then so be it. Just go for a finish him. Crit immediately. Get done. I'm pretty sure, was that just a sub... Oh no, those were supplicants. Okay. Bada bang. 6 damage on both. Then we'll come in here and finish off that one. Easy peasy. There are none of those mosquitoes. You're going to try and slurp upon bricks. Fair. We aren't about that, sir. So you can't get stunned, so that's fine. But we'll just make sure our torchlight is nice and high. And bonk him and finish him off. Bada bing. Even more loot. We're maxed on that. What's the play here? I'll swap out the 2 food, that'll be right. We're almost near the end, but I want to make sure I've got a torch just in case we run out. Because we're almost there.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of...
And there's one more combat. Okay, I figured there was going to be something here. Hence is why I did those attacks. Bonk the spider, because that blight can be brutal. We'll go and bonk you.
Executed with impunity.
And then we'll just... Nice old judgment there. And... of course he misses. Damn it. Grave Nibble on the Vestal. 4 damage. Go figure. Could have been a nice guaranteed kill, but that's fine. Or a nice guaranteed wipe, but it's all good.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates...
And here is the boss. Okay.
Marvel of technology.
Now, I don't remember what a lot of this stuff is, but that's fine. Chop. Insta-kill the cutthroat. You want to blanket fire. That's fine. Let's get this matchman, I think, done. If we stun him, that would be ideal, I think. Nope. Resist. That's fine, we'll just chop and take him out. And then we go for a chop. And miss. Rough. Actually, should probably have taken a grave robber. You want to call in reinforcements? Okay. So we just got a focus fire then in that case. Knock back. Bonk. Get back there. Oh, actually, yeah, that marked target's going to lower its prot if it doesn't debuff resist, but its debuff resist is 200, so that's fine. But bringing it forward is good. Let's go for a judgment on, I think, you.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of
And just nice old 11 damage. Fantastic. You're going to do fire in the hole, which lights the fuse. And misfire, which is, I'm pretty sure, a very low chance of hitting. Which is nice because it also relieves some of the crew. Ironwork. I guess let's just chop 18 damage. Nice max damage there. Gonna go for a blanket fire. Here's where having a highwayman here would have been nice to counter. 8 to 15. Yeah, we'll just go for a chop. Nice 10 damage. Go for a smite. And a crit. Nice. Take out the Fusilier. Ain't no fuse is gonna be lit tonight. Slice and dice, 5 damage on both. Fair. Go for just a nice big hew and miss and dodge. Damn. Its dodge is 0. How do we miss? So, if we can just take out him each turn, essentially that cannon can't fire. Which is, I think, the way that we want to be looking at it. But instead we'll do a group heal. A momentary abatement. 8 to 15 is not bad. 15 damage. Yeah, let's just take this thing out immediately. And focus fire chop once we get the chance. You want to slice and dice. 5 and 3. It's not bad. And we'll go for a focus fire chop once again. 14 damage. Alright, lads. Nice try. Yes, get done, sons. Okay, we got a double-edged pendant. Boop, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll grab that. The more stuff we have, the more we can sell. You got coffee, very nice. Though I presume I'm gonna guess it's like 2 AM for you at this point, but very fresh. Because it's like 7 PM at this point for me. So generally, when it's like afternoon, I'm pretty sure it's usually like early morning for everyone else. Vampiric Spirits. 12:05, late but not super duper late. That's fair. Automatinophobia. Stress versus humans and the Grey Rot. That's brutal. Oh, HP up, accuracy and damage down though. Okay. Well, I don't like the damage down. I like having my damage high.
I can still see their angry faces as they storm.
I still see shadows in my room. Don't want to get that copyright struck though. Okay, you can chill. Reynolds can chill. Danvers can chill. Okay, so we have a ton of these invitations, which is nice. So, I think... Who do we have? What level? What's our level layout looking like? Bourgeot, Grantespinel, Vivers. We don't have any good third level healers, though, is the bummer. So, I reckon... Next round... Bonneville, Rex, Bottler. This is essentially our crew from the last adventure by the looks of it. They're all level 2s. What do we have in the stagecoach? Stagecoach, a Hellion. Could perhaps take a Hellion. We've got Bucci. The crew. They look pretty dope in that image, actually. Who else would we have? I guess it's only fitting we take Hale.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Is that 20 deeds and 20 crests? That's useful, but not entirely what I care about at the moment. The guild we've got almost maxed out. We need a few more portraits. What do we got in here? Yeah, we need a bunch more deeds. That's why I needed deeds. I remember it now. Not bad, though. Not bad. I think, yeah, we're in a pretty good position. We have... If we take Hail... What's that? Hook, line, and Yorp. Fair. Take Yorp. We take Breakthrough, just in case she gets moved back. Grey Rot. Vampiric Spirits. But yeah, if we take out the crew for one more exploration, hopefully we get more of these things, but then we can level up. We level up Bondville to level 3. Actually, I think all 3 of these are getting leveled to level 3. That means that when we come into the courtyard, we will be able to do that. But I think we shall do that on the next stream, because I'm reaching 2 hours. If anything, I think the recording that we've been doing is 2 hours. We're 2 hours 20 in the actual stream. So I'm going to have to dip out. So apologies for that, but it is what it is. I've got a bit of uni work to do, and hopefully tomorrow afternoon, if we stream in the afternoon, which I'm pretty sure we will, it means that we will be good to do Dragon Age Inquisition stuff. So thank you for coming out, everyone. I think Kenny and Yuri, I think, are the last 2 people here. But if I'm mistaken and there is other people who are still here, I appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for coming out. I'm going to wrap up stream. So as always, feel free to join the Discord if you wish to do so. All that good sort of stuff. So thanks for watching. And this is wrapping up the stream, or wrapping up the recording. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.